Will the upcoming skateboarding game Session be able to fill that Skate 4 void many of us are feeling? The answer is yes and no, depending on what type of player you are. In this video we'll be taking a look at the Kickstarter for Session, and as of right now, as I'm making this video, they have reached their goal. So that means there will be a certain amount of features in the final game, but there are also still a lot of stretch goals that if we reach those, there'll be even more features. So let's not stop spreading the word of Session, because I think the more stretch goals we hit, the more people will feel that this game could replace Skate 4. I imagine you've all played the prototype demo by now, which is free to download, and you can do that. There's a link on the Kickstarter or creaturestudios.com. Now it is just a prototype demo, but it's just to give you guys an idea of the controls and mechanics of the game. The graphics, physics and animations of the demo doesn't represent the final game product. So the game is set in the early 90s and early 2000s, and the main goal of this game is to make you guys experience what skateboarding is really about. And that's why you can't just pick up this game and then do the craziest tricks. There's a very tough learning curve, but also great reward or achievement for that. A quote from the Kickstarter says, "Session focuses on the authenticity of skating, both in the way the game feels and is presented to the player." And this is where many of the mainstream Skate 3 players get lost, because they don't understand why it's dual stick. But for a skateboarder it makes perfect sense, because you don't do tricks with just one foot. You use both feet, and they have a way of going that just makes sense in this game. I love seeing Jacksepticeye try this and don't really understanding it at all.
Hold on the right stick to crank, and then push up on the left stick. Oh, what? Oh, that's weird. Why do I have to hold down on the right and push up on the left?
Because, Jack, the game simulates what the right foot and the left foot does during a skateboarding trick.
That's bizarre. I don't like that. Please, no.
I love to see Jacksepticeye try this and don't even know how to do a kickflip, when for me, as soon as I did an ollie, alright, a kickflip is just flicking straight out or to the other side for a heel flip, and so on, so on. I think many people forget about the dual stick controls is that this is a passion project. Creature Studios want to do their own thing, want to do an even more realistic skateboarding simulator that there's ever been. So of course they don't just want to rip off some controls that EA already has made. I know there's a focus on if this game can replace Skate 4, but we have to admit that this is not a AAA big corporation game. This is an indie studio, and what they can give us is a unique and new experience. They can't make the next game in the Skate series. And then there's the feature balance system. And I quote, "Putting too much weight on the wheels while sliding will slow you down, reduce your pop out, or eventually end up with a wheel bite." So this is very close to realistic as it comes. So basically, if you have a really long ledge you want to slide all the way, you have to find that perfect spot. And then if that's not enough, maybe a bit of wax would be able to help you. And that's also a thing we talked about in one of my Skate 4 wish list videos, I guess you would call that. That wax could be a really fun addition to a skateboarding game. And I guess this is the part where I have to say, I'm sorry trickliners, but there's not going to be a scoring system in Session. A quote is, "We won't dictate which tricks are worth more." Which is insanely cool, because if there's a handrail that's already been killed, it's been, I don't know, kickflip backside nose blunted, and then you see your favorite skater do a backside Smith grind on it, you'll still be amazed because of the way he did it. The style, his speed, the way it was filmed. So many things come into play in skateboarding, and filming is the next feature we'll take a look at. And let me just quote the Kickstarter here. "Session will feature an extended video editor that will allow the player to perform the tricks, edit, create a montage in-game, and share it through all the most popular social media platforms." If we could get the filmer mode from Skate 3 combined with the montage editor of Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, I would be satisfied with that, but I actually think that Creature Studios will go beyond that. On my very first video of things I wanted in Skate 4, there was a very upvoted comment saying that we want a day and night cycle. Well, we already got that in the prototype demo, and it is also going to be a feature in the final game, of course. "Time to set up your spotlights." That's a quote from the Kickstarter, so it sounds like we'll be able to actually control the time of day. So if we want a cool trick at night, we can do that and set up some spotlights. So I guess all of these features are supposed to be in the final game, because they did reach their target. But let's take a look at the stretch goals, where the first one will be at 130k, customization. This is also something that has been very requested in the comment section on my Skate 4 videos. People want a really in-depth character editor, and as the Kickstarter obsession says, from the type of cap you wear to the colors of your bolts, you'll have access to in-depth character and skateboard customization to show off your style. This is something that'll be in the game if they reach 130k, so let's make that happen. It sounds like that's what a lot of people wanted in Skate 4. A stretch goal coming in at 205k is verts and mini ramps. Skate vert, mega ramp, mini ramps and transition with the motion captured style of pro skater Elliot Sloan. Not that many, but a few people did comment on transition skating when I played the early prototype demo. And basically it's not really a thing yet. There is one kind of quarter pipe, but it's more like just a curvy bank. So this is something that would be in the game if they reach 205k. And you know, a motion capture of Mr. 900 tail grab, that sounds pretty cool. A stretch goal at 280k is new city hub number 1, where you can vote for an additional city hub, as they say regarding as the world of Session. The city hubs in Session are directly inspired by real-life cities, with accurate and to-scale reproductions of the most legendary and best skate spots. So it looks like we have New York going on with like the Brooklyn banks, but people could maybe suggest things like Philadelphia. We want Love Park, we want Barcelona with Magba, Saints. I don't know, there are so many good cities, so maybe we should all just make some suggestions and get voting, because let's hit that 280k and get another city hub. Then the stretch goal at 360k, or 360k if you want to say it like that. Online multiplayer. Play online with your friends. At 410k, a stretch goal I really want to reach is the park editor and object placement. Create and share your own skate park, spawn object and create open new venues. The park editor in Skate 3 was pretty good. You could do some pretty creative parks, but sometimes you kind of had to trick the system. Something I would really like is to be able to place more objects inside each other, but also be able to cut objects off or even downscale them. But who knows what that feature would be like. Let's try to reach that 410k so we get an idea. I don't know, I really want this one. At 450k we have the stretch goal filmer mode. Play as the filmer and rip some footage of your friends in real time. So that would allow you to actually skate after your friend, I guess, and film them. We got a little picture here of the control scheme, which is subject to change, but we get an idea of the possibilities with the filmer mode. And as they say, it is designed to help the player feel like a professional cameraman, with presets such as autofollow, auto target, optimal angles and much more. It sounds super unique and something I definitely would want in there. I don't know if it's a very far goal, but let's see where we can take it, because I mean, these are some nice features we're getting up to now, especially the next one. At 510k we have the stretch goal story mode. So for all of those that doesn't enjoy skateboarding down to the core and just want to explore and do tricks, this would actually give like a campaign or story mode. Get out of bed, learn to skate, turn pro. So hopefully it'll be something like Skate 1, Skate 2. At 585k we have new city hub number 2. So another stretch goal for a city hub, and I mean, the bigger the world the better, right? And at 620k there's the Steam workshop. Create your own brands, your own skaters, levels and more, modded good. Now they also have some features on their page that I can't really figure out if that's part of the original goal, the 80k, or it's also stretch goals, because it is after the stretch goals kind of start, but it's not part of the stretch goal skateboard. But we do have one here called Skater Progression. And let me just quote, "Sessions progression system rewards those who repeat, persevere and keep trying." Basically this means that if you do a trick a lot, you'll get better at it in game, so you'll become more consistent, you'll get higher pop, easier to catch it, and so on. So very much like in real life. I've had a sprained ankle for I think 2 months now, and I kind of gotten back now. I can start doing tricks again with it, but I'm definitely not as consistent as I used to on my varial heels and tray flips, so I need to get back at that, do them a lot, and then you know they'll come easier again. They also mentioned the open world. With the help of heat maps and in-game feedback tools, we'll have useful information about skater habits across the cities, the most skated spots, and what they like or don't like. So if there's a part of the city that never gets touched and you can see people avoiding that part, Creature Studios will put up a construction sign for a couple of weeks and they'll fix it, make something more fun. If there's a plaza that's always empty, they'll look at the statistics and know why and then how to change that. The online multiplayer just mentioned skate with friends online, have a game of skate on the couch, film a big part with your filmer friends, or simply go to your favorite secret hopper and have a session. I know they mentioned game of skate on the couch here, but random matchmaking game of skate would also be a lot of fun. Not like in the skate series where they don't count if it's front side or back side. I would like it to be down to the smallest details. And then of course, last thing on the main campaign side of the Kickstarter are the rewards. So based on how much you donate, you will get a bunch of rewards with that. You can go check that out on the Kickstarter. There is a link in the description, of course. Now they also have 3 frequently answered questions, so let's just take a look at that. The first one is, on which platforms will the game be released? And this is also a question I get a lot on my session videos, so hopefully we can answer that here. And let me just quote, initially we had intended to focus mainly on the PC early access version of the game. Luckily we managed to expand early access and also make it available on Xbox One game preview. That being said, we're definitely not close to the idea of bringing Session to other platforms post-launch such as PS4, Switch and other PC Mac platforms. Next question is, what exactly are the development and prototype builds? Development and prototype builds are not the game itself, but more specifically small prototypes, etc., which we use to develop a feature or expand on an existing one. For example, you may get access to a grey box gym where we test inverts and transitions. So unlike when a game is finished and you're able to download a FIFA 18 demo and you only have access to a certain part of the game. Third question is, when will I be getting access to the updated Creature Parks build? You should have access to the updated Creature Parks build as soon as the campaign is over. With a little bit of luck, maybe even a little before the end of the campaign, we're working hard to make that happen. For me personally, this game will definitely take up as much time or maybe even more than Skate 4 would. Do you guys feel the same? Please let me know down there in the comment section. I hope this video helped you if you didn't know if you want to donate or not, or how much, or maybe you had a friend who doubted it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, remember to subscribe, and of course hit the bell to stay notified for future updates here on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll just see you guys in the next video.